I was very much aware of the struggles of the Kurdish people. I've followed them because their struggles are emblematic of universal struggles for freedom, for identity, for a country. I immediately became fascinated with the Museum of the Kurdish People. I identify with Kurdish people, and not only do I identify, so many people that I meet around the world who I never thought knew anything about the Kurds say, my God, we are with the Kurdish people. We understand that the Kurdish people exist, that they are moving forward. And I think this building is a proof that this region is not only to be seen as a war zone, but as a productive, incredibly interesting part of the world. Well, we see that the destruction by ISIS of architecture, because architecture is a symbol of identity. And so amidst the destruction of Palmyra, amidst the destruction of great ancient places, to build a museum in Erbil is actually the affirmation of the very opposite. By constructing the present, you really are building the future. The public opinion generally was, we should build nothing. You know, it's a time of change. The Twin Towers were destroyed. Let's wait. It's too early. It's too raw. There's too much blood. But I was a great believer that we should construct this site. I believed in the future. I believed that this would be the new center of New York. Now, 25 million people a year visit it. It's the greatest public space that has been created in the city. So it's really a rebirth. And I think the same applies to Kurdistan. It's a strategic site for visiting the citadel, for the main views around the perimeter of the citadel. Yeah, exactly. Yes. To build that museum exactly in this time is in fact to make a statement, to say that this is the future. It's going to be a future of peace and prosperity. Well, I wanted to create a building which told the story of how the Kurdish people from way back in the deep history in the 20th century, how that struggle has remained at the center of the idea of freedom. As I stood on the upper levels of the citadel looking down, I had the image that this roof of the building was not really a roof at all, but was really a kind of topographical map of the Kurds. So the plan of the museum is really the geography of where Kurdish people are. But then this map is also cut by two lines. One is the Anfal line, the dark line, the line where genocide against the Kurds had been committed. It's not a representation of sadness, it's just an experience of what it means to cross the rivers of darkness. And then there is what I call the Liberty Line, which is kind of a truss that rises out of the museum so that you can really see the citadel. You're suspended over the streets of Erbil. And it should be represented as really a flame of the imagination, a flame of a people that are free and will continue to struggle in order to be who they are, the Kurds. But this is a very unique museum because there is a memorial aspect to it. It's very unusual for a museum to combine memory of the past with a memory of the future. The building itself, of course, is designed with motifs that are informed by the beauty of Kurdish design, Kurdish pattern making, Kurdish architecture. It's a sustainable project. From the very beginning, I considered the citadel really a monument of history. So you have to be very sensitive when you build something at the foot of the citadel. Look here at Venice. We are at Piazza San Marco. It's a synergy between those buildings that creates a modern, interesting city. So I think that ancient cities also need contemporary life in order to affirm their traditions. It's really a place for the community. It is true that architecture's capacity is also to heal the wounds of wars. Because when you build foundations, you're building the future.